welcome back to another video. I know this isn't a location I normally film in. I'm actually currently at my crash pad, and the only reason why I'm filming here, because normally I don't, is number one, my roommate's not here, so I won't have to disturb her, and number two, the only time I could ever film this video and it actually be a thorough, complete summary of everything that is in my lunchbox is before a trip, because essentially once I start my 3-day trips or 2 days or turns or whatever, everything that is in this lunchbox starts coming out. So it is loaded down right now. I have this lunchbox, and I know I showed it in a video before, but I actually lost it. For those of you all who have been on this channel for a while, I lost it and I repurchased the exact same lunchbox because I did enjoy the brand. It's called LV. I know that that stands for something. As far as what it is, I'm not sure. And it is a really good size. I mean, it's heavier than my tote bag at the moment right now. And I'm going to show you guys what's in it. The top section zips open like this. And on top, and I keep the same thing in here at all times. This is probably, I'm gonna start off with like the bad stuff. This is not intentional, but this is just the way the bag happens to work. So I can get all the terrible things out the way, and then you guys are gonna think I'm super healthy by the end of it. I'm actually gonna show really quickly just what it looks like. I'll insert a clip in just a second. So when you open it up, I've got this top section. I've got my Teamy tumbler that I use to make my tea in every day. And then I have gummy bears and these mango, like Japanese, I believe, candies that I bought from World Market. And these came from Sam's. And then some of our beef jerky that we have on flights from the snack basket. I've got some extra honey just in case I need to add that to my tea if it's not as sweet as I want it to be. And it's just raw and unfiltered. And here's another one. And then some extra mayonnaise. I don't know why this is in here. This is just from, like, I guess a sandwich or something. And then the skinny tea that I'm using at the moment. And then the colon tea, and these are the ones that I'm doing for a cleanse. And then I always keep, there's normally more of this in here, but I'll keep extra silverware packets, and that's all in the top section. So the top section is usually the junkiest, only because that is where I keep like candy that I can just grab for, but I always know it's going to be there exactly where it's going to be, so I can zip it open and get to it easily. And on these two side pockets, this one and this one, I have the same thing in both pockets. Judge all you want, but I have to have these at all times, and that is this French vanilla creamer. You guys, this is like my favorite thing in the entire world. Like, I drink quite a bit of coffee, but I'm that person who kind of could have cream with a little bit of coffee because that's how much sweetener I add. So I always purchase these. You can just get those at like Walmart or Target or any type of like grocery store. And then this front zipper section, so heavy, this front zipper section, teas, and then I also have some extra coffee packets, just because some hotels, I won't say which ones, but they have like tea, or they'll have tea brands that I don't particularly care for, so I'll usually try to keep some of the ones I do. So like I have a community one, and I have this black tea that I always drink. I do like the coffee, what is it, the coffee bean and tea leaf rainforest blend, so I'll just keep some of those in there as well. I don't know if I showed the back of this, but it just has this little section like this, and you can actually stick that on the back of your rollerboard the way it's set up. Okay, and now for the main event, the middle section of my rollerboard that is packed down right now. I'll show you guys. Alright, so at the moment, this is how everything is organized in there, and I always do it the same, and then there's a Tupperware, and I'll go step by step and say what all is in here. So I've been bringing my lunch with me on trips for a couple of months now. So this is just my go-to like snacks and go-to things that I pack. And obviously it varies just a little bit, but I'll mention why. Another thing that I keep just in my tote bag just to snack on is dried mangoes. This is a really big bag. I got this one at Sam's just because I was going through the small bag so quickly, and I believe this was like $7 or $8. But I love dried mango. Now other dried fruit, I've tried dried apricots, craisins, trying to think of another one, bananas, and I don't particularly like those, but mango, you can never go wrong with dried mango. Alright, so I have Exhibit A, ham and cheese sandwich. I mean, pretty basic, but I usually will try to eat half at a time, like eat half in a setting and then drink a bunch of water and then eat the other half later to minimize the portion size. And then I have this in here. Now I haven't always traveled with this, but I have recently, and it is, you know, just a little bit of liquid in here, but this is actually what is apple cider vinegar. And so I'll take about a teaspoon and a half and put this in a larger water bottle and just drink that, because it's supposed to like help flush you out and get rid of fat quicker and stuff like that. So I've tried keeping that in my bag as well. And I just like, there is a bottle, but it is a glass bottle, so I just found that easier and lighter to keep in my bag. I also eat a lot of fruit. So I have watermelon that has been scooped into these little balls. So I didn't purchase it like this. I literally had a watermelon and it was scooped to make it look like this. And then raspberries, cantaloupe, grapes, strawberries, oh my gosh, oranges, blackberries, cucumbers, 2 Reese's Pieces peanut butter eggs. They're the Easter version. I'm still trying to finish this giant bag of them. And then my favorite snack in the world, cheese and crackers. And at the very bottom in this Tupperware, which is like the heaviest portion and the main thing, is chicken tetrazzini. And normally I'll have one of these and it'll be filled with some kind of pasta dish, maybe spaghetti or maybe Chinese or like steak or whatever meal we've had at home kind of. This week was chicken tetrazzini, so that's what I have in here. And then I'll put that at the very bottom of my bag just because it's obviously the heaviest, but once I've emptied everything out, it fits down in there perfectly. So as you guys can see, I eat quite a bit of fruit, so that's usually my go-to snack, that and cheese and crackers, and then dried fruit. So that was pretty basic, pretty I don't know, pretty straightforward. I don't know if you guys have any other questions with like maybe some snack suggestions or things that you like to eat or travel with on trips. Another thing that I always get in the airports whenever I'm on trips is obviously wings. You guys know I'm a wing connoisseur. I'm always eating chicken wings. And then Auntie Anne's pretzels. Anywhere I go, I have the app on my phone and everything for that. So I'm always like stop in, and I go there so much now. They literally like recognize me. And they're like, oh yeah, we know what you want. Like, but yeah, that's pretty much what I packed for a 3-day trip. Now understand and keep in mind, this 3-day trip that I'm on, it's I'll be spending the night in hotels 2 of those nights, and then the last night I come home at the end of that trip. But usually if I do have a long layover, I will like go out to eat at dinner or whatever, maybe with the crew or whatever restaurant we might be in if we have quite a bit of time. But just because I have 2 14-hour layovers, that's not really enough. This should last me the 3 days. And then I'll still snack here and there, maybe on stuff that we have in the plane, and then I'll still be drinking tea and that type of thing to fill me up. Yeah, that's pretty much what I packed for a 3-day trip. So if you guys have any questions, leave them down below. Also, I forgot to mention I do take a multivitamin every single day with a meal, just once a day, and that's all I got. So all my links to my social media will be in the description box, and the link as well for the tea that I showed, the tea mate, if you guys wanted to use my discount code, I'll leave that in the description box, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye. I wasn't sure if you guys wanted to see how I packed everything in there, so I always put this at the base just because it's the heaviest. And then I put the fruit that I have the most of, which is usually watermelon because that's my favorite. And then the oranges are bigger too. I'll put those to the side. And raspberries, cantaloupe, grapes, strawberries, cucumbers, blackberries. I put these, try to put these at the top because they get squished easy. And then I'll put the sandwich right there like so. Cheese and crackers on top because these are the snacks I usually grab for the first. And then just so I can get to that easy, we'll put the water bottle at the top. And this candy was down in here, but I'm actually gonna move it to the top section because that's where all my candy's supposed to be. Throw that in there. And there you have it.